This is like the worst thing I could possibly think of right now, being hungover, and they're gonna make it smell like rotting flesh.
Burnt hair, oily machinery, dead body.
we have an apple pie, but we don't have it on premises.
Is there ever a worry that sort of baddies would come and use the area as training? You know, you have Israel, Lebanon, Egypt, Syria, all as neighbors, and you know, you just wonder, you know, who gets to come train, you know?
Well, I mean, Jordan's in a tough neighborhood, there's no doubt about it.
Jordan is in a tough neighborhood. In fact, both Egypt and Syria are currently trying to put down popular rebellions, and Iraq is basically in a full-on special ops civil war. And where are they getting all these weapons? SOFEX.
How hard is it to come and buy arms on the open market?
For a state, it's easy.
Easy.
For terrorist organization or criminal organization, it's more difficult. But for example, in America, the main supplier of drugs cartel in Mexico are the free market in America.
Sure.
So,
and we noticed that they sell kits. For example, you can buy a regular helicopter, but you can buy a kit to upgrade it to add in a missile system or a Gatling gun system quite easily.
yes, of course. It's what we call now dual technology.
Mm-hmm.
For example, Iran bought this kind of plane
Right.
officially for commercial operation. But Russians say, we don't sell weapons to Iran, we
Right.
sell Antonov.
Right.
It's a commercial plane.
So I can buy a helicopter from one country, and I can buy a weapon system from another country, and then have an attack helicopter.
Yes. For example, this kind of helicopter, the North Korea have some of this kind.
So the North Korea's bought some of these.
Yes. So it's pretty scary.
Can I have a keychain? Thank you. Where are you guys from? Kazakhstan. Czech Republic? Is that made in Azerbaijan?
Yeah?
So Azerbaijan makes the biggest, longest rifle I've ever seen. Where are you guys from? Germany. Turkey is here, China's here, Jordan is here, the Russians are here, all selling weapon systems to whoever wants to buy them. You want jets, you want rockets, helicopter grenades, RoboCop killer systems. You have 20 seconds to comply. You got it. That's an automatic grenade launcher.
That's my favorite weapon in the entire Marine Corps arsenal.
No one's stopping, everyone's saying, hey, you shouldn't be actually playing with the grenade launcher.
Now, fucking around with these dudes and their guns was fun, but after a while you start to freak out because you realize that they're selling weapons the same way that you'd sell next year's car model.
The world's most demanding shooters demand SIG. This is the world's most revolutionary pistol. We have the resources and the energy to solve any small arms problem.
Javelin would be one of the most innovative weapon systems.
I'll tell you, it is a hugely successful in Iraq and Afghanistan, not just in the United States forces, but internationally.
Now, when he says successful, what he really means is that it's great at destroying stuff. And we weren't the only ones to notice. Like the Marine we ran into, who had just finished his second tour in Iraq.
You know, it's weird, man. It's like everybody's like real cordial with each other, but like at the end of the day, we're like buying weapons to destroy each other.
That's it.
I don't want to sound too like liberal or anything.
No.
It's really not glamorous.
Yeah,
This shit fucking kills people.
exactly.
It's like they don't discriminate. They'll sell to anybody who has fucking money.
And the biggest sellers by far are the American companies. In fact, 16 of the 20 largest arms manufacturers are based in the United States. And being the biggest store in the mall means selling a lot of weapons to a lot of people.
What's crazy about this is that America gives a lot of these countries foreign aid so that they can come here and buy weapon systems from their companies. It's kind of like a parent giving their kids a credit card and saying, go to the mall that I own and just buy whatever you want. So the last time you were in the Middle East, you were in Iraq as a Marine. Does it spin you out to see like Northrop Grumman, General Dynamics, you know, like all these American companies making tons of money off of war?
You know, what's the trip is you see Norenko right here,
Right.
next to an American arms display, and they used to launch 9-foot Norenko rockets on us.
Really?
Yeah.
The insurgents would buy Norenko rockets and then use them against you, and they're right next to the American military companies. Interesting.
So we went over to the Norinco booth to see if they could explain how their weapons ended up in the hands of Iraqi insurgents.
Hi. Ni hao. Hi, how are you?
Yes, where are you from?
From America, Vice. VBS, news.
Oh, news.
News.
I'm sorry, maybe I'm not good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Ni hao. I must have bad BO. They're all walking away very rapidly. Ni hao. Everyone just left.
While we couldn't get an answer from the Chinese, sitting right there on display in the next booth over were shells that were exactly the same as the ones Iraqi insurgents used to make roadside bombs, or IEDs.
They take the tips off of these, and you can see it's pretty hollow in there, and they'll pack this whole thing full of C4, and just it creates some hellacious shrapnel.
And here you can just buy it like you would a chocolate bar.
Exactly.